Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And it's another episode of
the Hype Factor.
Hype Factor, where are we? June? July, maybe. One of those.
Yeah, July.
Somewhere in the middle of the month.
Yeah.
My goodness.
UKG just finished. Well,
it's been a while since we've done one of these.
Well, it's been a while. But we saw so many games, and we talked about some of those games already, and some already new, because there is more stuff that is being announced since UKG that is actually coming out still in 2025.
So much, it never ends.
Yeah, this is another 5 games that are gonna come to your house or on the shelves or in store in 2025.
Yeah, 5 games coming to retail that you can grab this year, allegedly.
Yeah, everything is just
subject to change.
We've been told, or
subject to change.
What we found.
Yeah, board game industry does board game industry things.
You know what is actually for sure that it's not allegedly.
Tell me.
It's the subscribe button.
That is never alleged. You can hit
press it and for sure makes us really happy.
And for sure,
100%
delivers content to you at least a couple times a week.
Yeah. So
Gotta do that.
Let's go. All the song, bam, 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 and then let's get hyped.
Rolling dice, feeling nice. Cardboard dreams and game schemes. Click subscribe, it's a vibe. Board Stupid's all we need. Board Stupid, game reviews for you and me. Board Stupid, here's what you should play and see.
We're starting this list for this particular episode of the Hype Factor with a Knizia game.
Yeah.
He's not retired yet, and I hope he never does.
And it's a Knizia game mixed with Lord of the Rings, specifically with the Hobbit,
rather than Hobbit there and back again, and with Office Dog. So doing those cool stuff. And this is the Hobbit there and back again, which is going to be a dice drafting roll and write type thing, by the way.
So what the guys call it, it's more like an adventure where you basically in the footstep of Bilbo, basically. So each player will have their own board that is representing on one of the 8 most like iconic chapter of the Hobbit. And basically what is going to happen, a first player roll the dice and then select one of those dice, and
the next person selects a different one.
So there is kind of this like dice drafting, and what basically you're gonna do, you're gonna write on your adventure book, and basically you go around and try to follow the path or
avoid trolls,
monsters,
that sort of thing,
getting resources, getting like, but it's basically like reliving the adventure.
Competitively, trying to reach the best conclusion for each individual chapter.
For that one. So it sounds really interesting. It sounds like very, very nice and cutesy. But with Knizia at the back, it sounds like it's not just for families.
It
could be like
a really fun.
It reminds a lot, of course, of something like Roll Raid Inc. But with a
story, with an adventure behind
twist behind. That sounds pretty cool. A little bit of like cartographer. But it's got everything to be a hit, this one.
Absolutely. And apparently with ways to up or change the difficulty as you need, or even to balance difficulty between players. And so
that's really cool.
That'll be really, really
because
cool.
You can play with your kids, or you can play with your partners, or you can play with everyone.
Absolutely. So that is The Hobbit, there and back again. Matt, next up, we've got a new imagining of a game that you've recently come to really enjoy.
Talking about Sail, and the games that is coming out is Sail Legacy. So Sails is now like a couple of years old, with a beautiful art from Mr. Santiago. And it's a 2-player trick-taking game. Cooperative, super smart, where you basically, depending on how you're winning the trick, on who's winning the trick, the ship is gonna steer one side of the other, or you can shoot your cannons to the Kraken, or the Kraken might damage your ship. But the game itself is, I'm finding super fun, because we were talking about the other day, you just like, it was like, oh, what were you rating? I was like, well, it's an 8 out of 10 for me. I'm just like having super fun. And Sail is actually like scenario based. You got 6 scenarios in the base games. You're adding another 6 if you got the expansion that costs like £3-4. So like is a little bit. But what they are basically doing, I think a little bit in the what they learned from something like Lord of the Rings, the trick-taking games. They're bringing out a legacy game with 32 consecutive scenarios, where there's gonna be basically you can upgrade your ship, your
characters, the deck of the ship, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, to fine-tuning the deck, so you're gonna make a decision on which cards go into the deck, and all that kind of stuff. Sounds super cool, because I really love I'm loving playing the original game, and give me something that is more scenario with in the Lord of the Ring, the trick-taking game styles, where each one of the scenarios got a different twist. I think that's super cool. And keep in mind that it's 32 scenarios, but the scenarios is like 20 minutes long. I mean, when you play Sails, it's just like it's 20 minutes. You can play like multiple
smash
scenarios.
Out if you want to.
So I'm super excited about this.
Plus, it's like I said, beautiful art, beautiful production. Very excited for Sail Legacy. I can't wait to give that. If
you haven't grabbed Sail already, just go and grab it. It's an amazing game. We were late to the party. I'm loving it so much.
There you go.
So if you guys have been following us in the post-UKG content, we talk about a secret project from the guys at Mighty Boards. And we can finally talk about it because they just announced it.
They announced it.
And we talking about
Red North. Red North is the new project from Mighty Boards. We love what Mighty Boards do generally. And so we were super excited about this. We got a little sneak peek behind scenes at UK Games Expo. And this does a couple of things that we really like, Matt, which is like that blind bidding, blind bluffing, which you've seen in a couple of games recently. So this is very exciting. And this is actually a relatively lightish game. Relatively quick playing game, plays in about half an hour.
2 to 4 players.
2 to 4 players, but also relatively strategic, where you're essentially going to be Viking tribes trying to control different lands. Outposts. Outposts.
Come on.
Outposts. And those outposts are also going to be giving an ability to the player that controls them. And you control them by sort of bidding influence cards to the various outposts. And you can keep bidding more cards, but when you do, you're going to be revealing a card that's been played beforehand. So you're going to be like kind of giving more information away the more you bid on certain.
But you can use it as well to actually bluff. It sounds really interesting. This is going to be Mighty Board, one of the Mighty Board's new games that's going to be released at Spiel. So the game is going to be there at Spiel. So it's really interesting because the guys always got an extra flavor to this kind of games. And it's when we were seeing the demo behind the scene at the UKG, we were like, okay, interesting.
Really
fun. It's a lighter, smaller game compared to something like Fate Forge or Rebirth or Hamlet. But at the same time, it got legs. So we tried it and it got legs.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a re-implementation of a game called CSR. From last year. But this is going to be in this beautiful, as you will know, beautiful Mighty Boards production, which we're super excited about.
They twisted a couple of things, but
as well.
Can't wait to have it in Red North. Wayne, Dune Imperium is one of our favorite games
of all time,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the top 40.
It's by the guys at Die Wolf, specifically from its designer, that is Paul Denman. Now Paul Denman had left Arrakis. To go down on Earth and start playing with trains. Sounds like, because we're talking about
Lightning Train. What a cool name.
I'm going down the rail.
So the lightning train.
Maybe the lyrics. I can't remember if the lyrics were exactly like that, but it sounds like.
It sounds like. So as soon as I saw that Paul Denman was releasing a game this year, I got super excited. I was like, Matt, look at this.
Yeah, because it's always you read the names and you're just like, click.
Wait, look at this one. And this one is a bag building route planning, route creation game. And it looks very, very exciting. Limited information right now, but I love me some bag building.
Yeah.
And the description of this sounds amazing, where you're going to be purchasing new chips to add to your bag, but obviously there will be a cost and potentially a drawback depending on the types of chips that you put in your bag. But also there are ways that you're going to be potentially working together to get through like this crazy lightning landscape, or you can just screw people over and really cut them off or really get in the way.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of like this whole, you might need to cooperate at some point, but then you also might need to just cut them out to like do what's best for you. It's very, very exciting. The production looks really cool from what I've seen so far.
It looks,
it looks funky. It's like this.
Definitely want to see. We definitely want to see more.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it sounds, and again, coming from those guys, I mean, we know that it's not gonna be a silly game. It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be exciting.
They normally always hit the mark. So
yeah, really, really good. So as soon as I saw this one, this really gave me pause for thought. So look out for this one and look out for more news because we're going to be following it very closely to try and find out more information about Lightning Train.
Let's go on the Lightning Train. Choo-choo.
Matt, this is a game that we did not feature in the build-up to UK Games Expo.
We just talked about it straight after it because we really loved it.
It was freaking awesome, and it's the game we cannot wait to get our hands on this year. What is it?
It's Star Wars Battle of Hoth.
We talked about it a few times on the post-UKG concept.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
But we just want to reiterate how fun this game was.
It's the top of our hype factor for this month.
Yeah.
Because it has to be hyped.
Yeah. It's coming out in just a couple of months, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, in October, like end of September, October.
So look out for it.
It was such a refreshing, fun experience. Again, it's based on the Memoir 44 framework system that is being revisited and a couple of twists and turns to make it like more modern and making it Star Wars. Because of course we're talking about Darth Vader storming the rebel base on Hoth, and what a game!
What a game! What a game! So played over a bunch of scenarios, and all of the scenarios are going to be different, and giving the asymmetric objectives to either the Empire
and the rebels. Yeah.
So for example, the Empire might need to destroy the shield generators, and
exactly.
The rebels will just be destroy forces, like try and like slow the Empire down. Really awesome. It uses that command and color system that is used in other games as well, but Memoir 44 popularizing. And it has the card-based system as well, which is really fun. So on your turn, really simple, choosing a card to activate. That's going to choose one of the lanes that you're going to activate, and all the units there are going to move. So there's strategy to be had. There's some tactical decisions to make,
but there's also just dice rolling that it's just like
blowing stuff up.
Yeah, exactly. So
super good.
I don't think it's supposed to be a war game. No. It gives you some elements of a war game because you're playing on a grid and you're moving your troops, but at the same time it's giving it just like a more relaxed and
more like just we can get this out in 45 minutes and have a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I described this to you, Matt, as like a highly accessible Star Wars Rebellion.
Yes,
so if you like
very, very accessible.
If you like the idea of Rebellion, but the whole heaviness of it scares you, then here's a great option.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to do super
well. And again,
well.
you can play like in an hour. The things is out and in the box again, and you like. We just had fun. It was like literally going back to be 10 years old playing with Star Wars toys.
And it was freaking great.
I loved it so much. Again, it's not the most complex. It doesn't supposed to be that. It doesn't want to be that. But it's a mega fun game. So
absolutely.
Loved it so much.
So number one for this month
is Battle of Hoth.
So that was this month's edition of
The Hype Factor.
And that's it for another one, Matt. And we are going to keep doing these up until Spiel season in a few months' time.
And forever.
And then after that, forevermore. As long as you like watching them. And with that, you should let us know in the comments below if you do like watching them.
And tell us a little bit like what you think about these 5 games.
Yeah.
What we should have a look for the next month.
Exactly. Like, let us know
if you got your eyes on something that we haven't covered yet, let us know because we can have a look and talk about it.
You can check out the rest of the Hype Factor in a playlist link, which I'll put here.
Nice.
And then you can see if all of our told games 2025 do actually come out in 2025.
Yeah.
We'll
You
find
can
out.
tell us off otherwise.
Yeah, or otherwise, but it should be.
But on top of that, you can check the Patreon page where we got all the exclusive content, all the interviews, and lottie-dottie, our rants, and more stupid after dark, as someone said. But all that kind of stuff is on the Patreon. You buy us a coffee, and we give you tons more of content.
Give you more content.
So that's
the deal.
it.
That's the deal.
Exactly. Otherwise, subscribe button. It's free. It's high.
Blast it. Blast it like the Empire blast the rebels.
Exactly.
Blast the subscribe button.
And that's it.
Check the rest of the stuff out, and we'll see you at the next one.
Ciao.
What's to be?